That's a Jagni tribe outpost.
Jeg tænker på det, tror jeg.
Glad to see some wood scrap there.
Oh, that must be it.
Right in the face. Random defeat. Punched the ticket. Cut that one in half.
Sorry, that's my Discord in the background.
That's just awful. Watch your step around here. Hold on to that. Murkadorpus Outpost, a Jagni tribe stronghold. Let's see. They're ready to enter the outpost when you are. Every step you take towards your end goal will bring you closer to a better world. Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lobber. That hit the spot, wrecked it. That twirly wheel works that drain pipe. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Everything's clocking together. Find a key that fits. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. They never lost hope you'd come, but weren't sure if they'd last long enough to see it. Says the tribe's been hard on them. Wants revenge on those who caged them, but trust you'll take care of it. A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger. Timber. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it glow. Not too close, though. Kaboom! You're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Get a what?
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of carrying the tribe's weapon. Hopes you'll use it to do some good in the world. Out of Date says he's doing his best to keep up, but from what he can tell, it seems you're making progress with the tribe conflict. He had a feeling you'd get along with the Myriad tribe, but it remains to be seen what the future holds for your alliance. You seem to share the same values as the Myriad tribe. You both have the same optimistic outlook on life. At least, for now. But Out of Date emphasizes that solving the tribe conflict won't matter unless you help make a stand against the World Eaters. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's forebodings are justified. The jumbo puff needs to be taken care of. He says the time has come to confront the jumbo puff at the end of the west route. Gizmo is working on making his Mkton strong enough to endure the oxygen-deprived Deadzone all the way out to the World Eater. You should get over there and see what you can do to help. There's no time to waste. Didn't have much else to say, so no problem. He knows things that you need to know. So, says you covered the important things already. More graceful than ever. It's shockingly dark out there.
It's pretty cool.
Shine's happy that the Myriad can count on a friend as bright as you. Says... There's a serenity about this spot. It's a place for rest and recovery, when day can become night, and the other way around. Says the shop holds something for everyone, especially you. Hopes you're selling too. They're always looking to replenish their store. Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one knows about, but doesn't really want to talk about it right now. Not sure if you're likable enough to be let in on it. Says you look trustworthy. Might as well tell you where it is. Excited to meet someone with a bright aura. You're a rare sort these days. Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. Asks if you know Wiz, the one who builds the octopus. Has plenty to do, so no worries.
Like, it doesn't look great, it has, like, kind of good stats. So, I'll put that on for now.
Might as well just dive in that rain and get wet. Put it together. thinks you're... Blackness covers the world like a blanket. Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one knows about, but doesn't really want to talk about it right now. Not sure if you're likable enough to be let in on it. Says you look trustworthy. Might as well tell you where it is.
Okay, so it's the same one.
Says this is the quiet before the storm. Says you should take it easy. Sad that you try to nest with others. Heard that the Jagni tribe's constantly looking for new recruits to fill their ranks. Says goodbye to you. Says the Jagni are weak now, but could be strong enough to challenge the Myriad later. Didn't have much else to say. Will be around. That's a Gnoat. Easy prey for Lupin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed.
Yeah, I saw this bush earlier on and was like trying to figure out what it did because it looked special. Like it had some sort of like purpose of like the colour and stuff. I just stood there whacking it. And now I see what it's for.
You're still aboard your mount, which is probably a good sign.
Okay, so this is pretty cool.
The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the Chug Yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that Mkton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chuggers out of here, big machines on rails with smokestacks that fouled the air. They can carry you anywhere you like. Well, anywhere that they go to, and then you can leg it from there. You're on the right track. Keep your eyes open. Dead on. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Your key energy isn't up for that. Bomber bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Down to half your health. Pound them down. Blonkety blonk. Your reserves are tapped. The mount's ears are not handles. Let's see. Let's see.
Was they were two different things, just in a very similar location. That's good. That's good to know. It is worth asking all the NPCs in there.
Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. He'd lie if he claimed it was all good. You changed after your Mooma and Popsy passed, and he understands why you had to leave. The old village being a constant reminder of what happened. Gizmo says he also has re-memories from the long gone, but unlike you, he doesn't think of the past, for it's gone. He understands history made Loopin a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you. Gizmo understands you still have strong feelings, but urges you to keep them under control. You've witnessed firsthand what it'll lead to.
Yes, that's the way. No arguing with that.
That is how you shine light at the dark.
Seriously, don't doubt the dark. Oh,
I'm so proud of you for doing the right thing.
can't believe you let that loser sway you.
Would like to know if you ever doubt the choices you made on the path that brought you to this point. Would you have been happier going in a different direction? Supposes that's all any of us can do. Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed impossible till now. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had. Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seemed so centered and so seeking. Figures everyone does. They seem unusually dedicated to finding them. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the Deadzone. So you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mkton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mkton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. It's the part of the land that suffered most from the apocalypse. It's deprived of oxygen, making it next to impossible for anything but creatures that were most contorted by the contamination. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. That's the leftover you're looking for. Even the sound seems sharper here. That's just awful. Watch your step around here. Better than a bare head. You'll get there with time. Your ears just pooped. He says that's enough to get the Mkton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun, and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply. He made a suction device, so the Mkton can use the black tar as an instant refuel. You can also use it to clear oily goo puddles, so you can pass and access hard-to-get-to areas. He's been working on another project for the Mkton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the scripts. He says if they're trained right, they'll turn into a distraction for the jumbo puff. The best way to find scripts is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the apocalypse. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the Deadzone than Moog's camp on the steep depot. Once you find Moog, he'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find scripts. Gizmo thinks he's a little peculiar, but very knowledgeable. He has the ins and outs of all monster and creature whereabouts. Meaner than ever. A great thing even better. A Mkton makes such a long-legged ride. Stompity stomp. The grease monkey's Mkton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Deadzone. Enough of that. Biohazard makes your skin crawl. Imagine you could just go to a place like this to get a proper meal back in the old world. Crack open that tin can and escape. This is no way to live, but keep at it anyhow.
got myself quite a few items to put on at level 8, which is pretty good.
Don't pass out. Mount up.
Okay, that was a bit risky. Oh, no. Oh.
Control your destiny, or someone else will. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to.
Betsy. Inmo. Diava. Goga Mustabala. Yamafore Domedahunga.
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be.
Owaksu.
Says a monster hunter hears many things on the wind.
Eskamaku.
Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time comes. Choosing what to kill and what to spare are the most important decisions you'll make.
Tariman.
You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care.
Kuali Akidlo.
It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, they'll do it themselves, and you know they'll miss.
Hoja Eskuku Johanna.
Claims he mostly kills whoever he doesn't like.
Fair enough.
Says it's wild that the world seems to be coming back, but he supposes that means more monsters for him to shoot. Wonders why you work so hard to keep things alive. Bullets help thin the herd instead. Says you should give up on working with the stubborn Myriad. He keeps trying to put out their lights and they keep putting up new ones. Says they keep the monsters away. He needs them closer, not farther. But enough of that, right? He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against us. Instincts of survival took over when the world changed.
Sem
He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows what it's done with the chemical composition of their body output.
Tseni Nenaftelen. Kumu Shalafi.
Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear idea on the whereabouts of monsters, both tall and short.
Zedain Ya.
Says as big as they are, the world is bigger. To find where they are, you need to see where they've been.
Mich.
Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter.
Mich.
Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start off with something small before you go big.
Vaksan U Intabadan Kamaglai. Khami Vavkego.
There's no better place to start than a squip cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters for yourself should keep you on your toes.
Tudu Baba.
Thinks you have bigger issues than your so-called haunting skills if you're going to nitpick on his grammar. Let's see.
Over Bubu. Ah.
Moog says you should go hunt